So when we were preparing for the arrival of our daughter, we had a lot of friends tell us that night nannies would be like the best investment we could make for ourselves and for our child. And so my husband and I were interested and started searching in the Houston area for night doulas or night nannies, and we did come across Milk in our search, had great reviews, and we were really interested in pursuing. You know, we were in the process of getting the interview set up and kind of making sure it was the right fit for us, but life has different plans, and our daughter came a little bit earlier than we were expecting. We had a little bit of a rough time getting her here. It ended up my husband and I were in the hospital for 5 days with like very little sleep. And so when we came home from the hospital, we were exhausted, we were overwhelmed with a newborn. And so actually the second day of us being home, I called Lavi and Milk, and you know, I was crying. I really just needed some support that day, and no questions asked, she sent somebody to us that day to help us. And that first night, you know, it was a little nerve-wracking, but my husband and I were able to get a full night of sleep, and things just looked so much better after that. From then on, you know, we stayed with Lavi and her team, and they were like a lifeline to us. I am a first-time mom. I had very little experience with newborns and babies, and one of the things that was really fantastic was they really supported me and helped me build my confidence in being a new mom. There was actually 1 week, and the team had like a mom school for me and kind of customized like different types of care tips based on what they had learned about Avery. And so that experience was really, really helpful to really, again, build my confidence. One of the biggest gifts I think we got from this experience was our daughter was sleeping through the night after 8 weeks. And I truly think it's due to Lavi and her team. They really helped us stick to a schedule. You know, pretty early on in my motherhood journey, I struggled with postpartum anxiety and depression. And during that time, you know, I really needed a support system who could help me navigate, you know, these really difficult feelings. The night nannies that we had with Milk were so patient and so kind and so supportive. Really throughout that whole time, even like simple tasks like, you know, they did the baby laundry and they made sure all the bottles were cleaned and sanitized, or preparing a healthy meal or breakfast for me in the morning. It all made such a huge difference during that really overwhelming period. I really did lean on them throughout the whole experience for, you know, support and comfort, and they were always there to help me with that. More than anything, you know, everybody that we worked with this team was so warm and so kind and offered us such great advice that I really felt I could open up to them about my struggles and, you know, what I was worried about or what I was feeling at the time. And I never felt any judgment. I never felt anything other than just comfort and support. And for that reason, I really cannot thank the team enough for everything that they did for us there.